Hi, this is Dr. Marty Rossman from The Healing Mind. And today I want to talk to you about 4 steps you can use to get a quick stress reset when the stress is just too much, it's just overwhelming. You feel like you're drowning in it. This, of course, is in addition to learning and practicing a good deep relaxation technique, which I'll talk about later. But this is just to interrupt it, get a halt, get a grip again, find your bearings, and get a reboot, really. One step is just take a day off. Take a day completely off of the things you usually do. Take a Sabbath day. Take a day when you don't work, where you don't use your phone, you don't use your computer, you don't use electronics. I mean, you can make the rules up yourself, but just take a day completely off of your usual things. Just give yourself a day when you can just be you, a human on the earth. No obligations, nothing you have to do, nothing you're tied to, not checking your mail or your email every 2 seconds, not scrolling through the phone. Just, there are many ways to do that. So take a day in nature. Take a walk in the woods or on the beach or in a park or just somewhere where you don't usually go that you like, where there are natural things and there are beautiful things to look at and to be among, and just take that time out. Stay in bed for a day. Just give yourself permission to just stay in bed for a day and don't do anything that you don't want to do. Watch old movies on television. Watch sports. If you don't do that, just give yourself permission to do whatever you want to do. Read a good book. Nap, doze, snack in bed. Just give yourself a chance. If you have family, if you've got people, you may need to set this up with them. Just, I need a day for myself. I love you all, but I just need a day for myself. Go to the movies and see 2 movies or 3 movies. Get yourself a big tub of popcorn, whatever you like to do. Just give yourself a day where you're not doing the things you usually do. And let your brain cool down, let your body relax, free yourself from obligations. Give yourself a day where you're not a human doing, you're a human being. So that's one. That'll give you a punctuation and interruption. You'll be surprised at how much of a reboot you can get with a day like that. Number 2, get a perspective. Find a way to back up from your life. This may happen while you take the day off, or it may not take a whole day, but something I learned from Chinese medicine when we're treating people who've basically lost the forest for the trees, which is a very common type of stress that we all get into. We have such a long do list and punch list, and we have to do all these things, and there's never enough time, and we never get them done, and we don't feel good about that. So it seems kind of antithetical to take a day off, but almost none of those things will matter when it comes down to it, when it's your last day on earth and you look back on it saying, gee, I wish I had finished my do list for that particular day. That's probably not what's going to matter. So that's what I mean about getting perspective. Find a place. In Chinese medicine, we say when you're too close, you've lost the forest for the trees, back up and find a place where you can see the whole forest. So literally, sometimes we'll advise patients, go somewhere high up where you can see a long way. Get your face out of the computer screen, out of the phone, out of the details, out of all the minutia that you have to do. And just find a place where you can back up and get in touch with the bigger picture. Get in touch of what is really important to you in life. What are the priorities? Where are you spending your time? And are you spending your time and attention on the things that are most important to you? Or are you frittering it away and getting sucked down in the bog of infinite details and to-dos and little decisions to be made? So give yourself that kind of a break. Think about your priorities. What and who is really important to you? What are you going to be thinking about when you look back on your life at the end and wish that you had done more of or spent more time with? And think about whether the way you're living your daily life is aligned with that or not. And if not, think about what you could do to bring it into alignment. A third way to get a reset is to treat your body. Give your body a day if you don't ordinarily do that. Get a massage. Go to a hot tub if you like that, or a sauna. Get an acupuncture treatment. Just even take a walk or go for a swim or for a bike ride or do some stretching. Do something that's body-oriented to thank your body for all the things it gets you through in a day and the way it supported you for your whole life, and get some attention to it. Find a way to relax the body and to give it some pleasure. Get a manicure or a pedicure or go to a spa and get all those things if you can afford those things. If not, as I said, some of these other things come in. Take a walk. Do some deep relaxation. Do some stretching. Pay attention to your body and give it some time as well, because it's literally, physically supporting you to do all these things, and it holds tension. If you don't have a way to effectively release tension in your body and your mind, I'm going to talk about those at the end of this video and give you some resources to help you do that. A fourth way to get a reset is to talk it out or write it out. Talk to a friend, a therapist, a counselor, a pastoral counselor, somebody you trust. Get things off your chest. Get them out of your mind and take a look at them. If you don't have anybody to talk to, write it out. Sit down with blank paper or a journal and just write it out, and don't have to write out how you're feeling, what's going on, what's stressing you. And as that starts to get unpacked and unloaded, there'll come a time when you can breathe a little more easily and you can start to think about and write about how you might decrease that load, how you might offload some of it, how you might block your time or spend your time and attention in the future. Maybe write out a plan for a week or a month, for a plan for how you can offload some of that excessive stress. Give yourself more breathing room. Give yourself more room to do things that you like and that you enjoy. And these are 4 ways that you can just break into that constant grind. Now, of course, there are other ways that if you haven't learned a good way to do a deep relaxation of your body and mind, I highly recommend that you learn one and practice one on a regular basis. And of course, you can go to thehealingmind.org, and there are tons of resources there to teach you how to deeply relax, how to cope with stress. There's my stress relief audio, which has 3 or 4 different methods. There's my The Worry Solution book and audio set, which will teach you a way to reduce your stress and worry. There's the Worry Solution online course, multimedia, video, audio book, which will teach you even more in depth how to turn your worry into a positive force that can reduce your stress and anxiety and bring you more calmness, more spaciousness, more happiness. And there's a lot more resources. They're all at thehealingmind.org. The Worry Solution online course has its own website at theworrysolution.com. That's theworrysolution.com. There are free resources at thehealingmind.org, and there are many other resources to address particular aspects of stress and health that you may be interested in. So this is Dr. Marty Rossman once again wishing you good health and less stress.